All right. Hello. Welcome to the Mushmouthroom. It's going to be a quote unquote podcast where I'm going to talk about things that I want to talk about. You either listen or you don't. You choose. I don't know. Basically, I'm sometimes bored and I like to talk about things and I don't know who to talk to. So, I'm going to record myself doing it and someone's going to watch it. That's you. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm just gonna start talking. I don't know how long this is gonna be. And in the description, I'm gonna put timestamps of what topics I'm gonna talk about. So, like, if you prefer another topic, just skip over to that. But yeah, it's the thing I'm gonna do. I don't know how often I'm gonna do it. Probably every time I have nothing else to do. So, yeah, I wanna talk about this year. It's a good topic to start on, and I have a few things to say about this year. This was not expected as the start of this year. 2021, not what I expected. Like, we've only been a weekend and it's terrible. Nothing good came out of 2021 till now. The only thing that came out that's good is that Trump was suspended off Twitter, thank goodness, and Vsauce uploaded a new video. And that's it. Oh, and quintessential quintuplets. I'm going to watch that somehow or read it. I don't care. It's happening, and I'm gonna do something. I'm not ready to watch that. I am not ready to watch that. So yeah, it's a pretty bad poo poo year. Starting with, entering the year. Starting with Carson and all his bullshit. And then you go on with whatever happened in the US. I have no clue what happened. Just a bunch of people entered some place and rioted, I guess. Very, very nice. Very nice start to this year. That's a thing. But also, every time I hit a new year, every time a new year starts, I always look back at the previous year. And it's really weird to look back at the previous year because when you look at things as memories, you always say like, "Oh, it happened yesterday." It feels like it happened yesterday. Always memories feel like it's earlier than what you imagine it to be. It feels like it happened earlier. But then when you have physical things that you got, for example, last year, and then you look at it and you're like, "Wow, that's old." I always feel like physical things feel older than memories because memories are like in your head. You feel like you're in the moment. But then when you look back at something that's physical, it's just there. It looks all wrinkly and used, and it's weird. Time is weird. Time is very weird. I hate time. I hate time so much. It's not in our favor at all. No, it doesn't work. Time sucks. Man. Yeah, cuz like I look back at all the things I did to come to where I am now. I did a lot of weird things. I did some weird shit. Especially on YouTube. I made so many accounts on YouTube. I made so many YouTube channels. How many did I make? I made the first one I ever made. I'm pretty sure I made it when I was 10. And it was just my name. Just my first name, last name. And then I uploaded Geometry Dash gameplay, and I think there was a game called Pivot. I'd also play that. It would be like 20-second videos, 8 views. Very good, very epic, amazing. Not saying that I'm getting more now. I'm getting like 20. Didn't really go like places, but I started with that, and then the next account I made after that was, I'm pretty sure like 2 months after. 2 months after, I'm like, I don't want real people to know my real name, so then I made this new account, and then it was called, what was it called? What was the one after I made that one? Because I'm pretty sure I had 8 accounts. I made too many accounts. Way too many accounts. I don't know why. Every time I make an account, I'm just a really impatient person. I do something and then I'm like, man, this name sucks. I'm gonna move on to the next name. And then every time I upload something, it's like, man, I can do better. Let me restart. And it's like, of course, the first thing you're gonna upload is gonna be bad. Like that's the point. You're starting. The first thing you're gonna make is bad. There's nothing to it. You just gotta improve. You gotta be experienced. But no, I have to restart all over from the beginning for some reason. And I do not think I'm going to make another account anytime soon. I think I'm sticking to this one. I've been on this one for 2 years. Almost 2 years. I think I made my Twitter account on February of 2019. So almost 2-year anniversary. Pretty pog. Pogchamp's dead. Pogchamp's dead. Woo. Crab dance. This year sucks. This year's gonna be terrible. I don't know what to expect from this year, and I'm not expecting something good. I'm expecting the worst. I always expect the worst. I love expecting the worst, because when you expect the worst, when the worst thing happens, it's like, yeah, I expected it. It's the best thing to do. Just expect the worst, and then you'll feel fine. When the worst thing happens, you'll be like, yeah, I expected it. And then when something better happens, you're like, hey, it's better than I expected. But there are times when it's worse than I even expected. Like, I expect the worst, and then something just hits me like a truck. And that just hurts. Things like that just hurt. And I don't consider myself I don't consider myself sad all the time. Like, thankfully, I do not have that many breakdowns, which is pretty good. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy that I can deal with myself. I'm happy that I look back at the things I do that are just dumb, and I'm like, hey, at least I learned things from it. You know? But when I get sad, I get way too sad, and it's annoying to the point where I look back and I'm like, I wasted my time a lot. I wasted a lot of time just sitting there doing nothing, not working on anything. That's why I'm making this, because I don't know, something will happen. Like, I'm gonna upload it online. Anything will happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch this in like 10 years and I'm gonna look like a stupid idiot. Look fucking retard. Be like, hey man, what were you trying to do? What are you doing? I don't know, man. It's weird. Time, just, I like to talk about time management a lot because I'm really bad at it. So when I talk about it, I feel like I educate myself. Like, I feel like when I talk about it, I'm like planning what am I gonna do next. So basically, it's a Saturday. January 9th, I'm pretty sure. So I have school tomorrow, and I have periodics, which are they're important exams every week, and they're always 2. And like other grades have them on other days, I have them on a Sunday. Like immediately when we start, we have the 2 important exams every week. Really annoying. But the good thing is you can study during the weekend, so you have more time. Like other grades, they have them on a Wednesday. Like you have to cram in your studying of that during the week, which is really annoying. So actually, Sunday is actually not a bad. It's actually I used to think it was a bad timing for periodics, but now that I think of it, it's pretty good. But still, they're very annoying. Periodics are really, really annoying. Especially when it's a subject like Arabic, because I am very, very, very bad at Arabic, because I am half Palestinian and Egyptian. And they both have very, very different dialects of Arabic. I guess dialects. And they're really different. They have different words, and then my mom speaks the Palestinian and my dad speaks Egyptian, and then it's a whole mess when I try to speak. And then in school, we take another dialect called اللغة الفصحى, which is the standard that is like the original, and just 3 of those together, you mush them all together, and it's terrible, very terrible. So Arabic almost cannot stand a chance. It's terrible. Every time Arabic exam, any kind of Arabic exam, it gives me terror. Hate it. But other than that, my school has exams every day, basically. But they're not important exams. Like, they're just exams to keep you updated. And I have a love-hate relationship for that system, because I love it because it helps you concentrate on the things that you took that week, and then you can revise them, and then you remember them. Because I'm pretty sure if we did not have those exams, I would not understand anything at all, because I would just not revise the things that I took, because no one's going to make me do them, and then I'm just going to forget everything, because my memory is terrible. So that's good. But also I hate it because I have to study every day. That's a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm just like you have its advantages and disadvantages, and it's like whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Like every time, I try to like find free time, and I almost never have free time, which is scrap that. I have free time. I'm just really bad at handling it. I do have free time. I'm just really bad at handling it. That's all it is. Like, when I have free time, I'm like, oh, and then I open YouTube, and then I stay on it for 2 hours, and it's done. My free time is done. So I do have free time. It's just not as much as I want, because I am really bad at time management, and I just and I do whatever I want, and then I waste my time and then don't do anything. So yeah, hopefully this thing I'm doing right now will be useful, and I will upload it, hopefully, because I'm scared I'm just gonna play back this video and see that this was shit and I have to restart all over again. Actually, speaking of that, I'm gonna check if the camera's rolling right now, because I'm really scared if it's not, and I'm just talking for no reason. Let me check. It's rolling, thank goodness. Hello. Thank goodness it is rolling. I was gonna be so scared, gonna look back and see that it was not recording this entire time, and I would be so sad. that I've talked, and I saw the time 15 minutes or 16. Pretty cool. Yeah, I started off this idea thinking that I was gonna like talk for an hour, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna run out of topics very quickly, and I'm just gonna be repeating the same thing over and over. So it's good to keep it maybe at 20 or 30 minutes. I want to talk about my appearance for a second, because I almost never wanted to have my face shown in public. I never wanted to make a video and have my face in it, because I thought I looked ugly, but I think I look beautiful. I look pretty epic. Everyone looks pretty epic. People look nice. I like people. Except when they're shit asses. Very annoying people. Some of them. But most people are pretty awesome. Pretty big epic people. Also, if this video cuts out in some place, I'm pretty sure it's because I'm just looking somewhere and just not talking about anything, because I have no topic to talk about. So, yeah, just to let you know. I always try to find projects I want to work on, and I find them, and then I start working on them, and then I stop halfway, and then I let it go. Either because of time, or I think it's not good enough, or it's just like useless to me, which it should not be. Hopefully this is not useless, but I look back at the things that I made, things that I deleted, and it's like, man, I did all of that. I've been on the oh yeah, I forgot. I segued. Yeah, I completely forgot. I was talking about all my different channels, and then I don't know where I went, but I want to go back to my channels. I started with the channel of my name, and then I went on to another channel called, I think, Cube Code Quake. I'm pretty sure that used to be a channel. There's Adan. I'll be silent for a little bit. I'm gonna cut it out soon. Cut this part out, okay? Don't keep it in. Thank you. As I was saying, my second channel was called Cube Code Quake. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how I come up with my names. I always look at other people's names and they're simple. And then I come up with the fucking weirdest names. I don't know why. It's just a habit of mine. I just like coming up with weird things that just are not like thought of before, which should be a good thing. What was I saying? Oh, what was I saying? My second channel, Cube Code Quake. I don't remember what I did on that channel. I'm pretty sure more Geometry Dash. And then I stopped that one. And then I moved on to a new one called, I think, because there are two. No, actually there was more. Okay, never mind. It was my first name. It was the first one, which was basically my name, and then Cube Code Quake. And then you have another one called Avoid Dawn. Don't know why, but I made Geometry Dash. I played that game for way too long. Most of the videos I made are just Geometry Dash, and I'm sad that I did. I love that game so much, and I still do, but not as much. That game I spent way too many hours on. So I made the third one called Avoid Dawn, and then I uploaded Geometry Dash on that. And then I made a new one called 030, which is also Geometry Dash, and then I stopped that one. And I'm telling you, each one of them, I spent on it for a month or two. Like, I spent nothing on it. Because I'd make the videos and I'd upload them and I'd be like, man, these videos are so short and bad. I'm gonna make a new account so I can restart and people won't see this. Like I cannot change my name or delete the videos or something. Like, I keep on making a new channel, new email address. You should see how many email addresses I have. Oh my god. So then 030 was my fourth one, and then my fifth one was called Pivnobyte. And then I made more Geometry Dash on that, and then I stopped. I think Pivnobyte was a little bit longer than the other ones. I think that one was 4 months, not 2. So I went on that and I made those, and then that was gone. And then I'm pretty sure after Pivnobyte, I made XUX, and that semi-inspired this channel, because you know how the logo is my face but with X eyes. That was the whole thing. U, because the U is a smile, so I was called the official XUX. And then that, I'm pretty sure that was, no, it's not, sorry. I think starting with, no, did I even mention Glitchable? Okay, no, after Pivnobyte was Glitchable. And then Glitchable was the first time I started making music. I always made music with those apps on the App Store, which are pre-made beats, and then you loop them and then you make sounds, and it's like, whoa, this is so cool. What was the one called Novation Launchpad? That was my childhood. I loved that. So I started playing with that when I was 10. So I technically started making music when I was 10, but when I was 12 I started making actual music. I went and I found first I started using this app called Oxy on my phone, and some songs that I uploaded on Loathe, my first album, and Jikoku, my second album, some of those songs were made by Oxy, like Daredevil.dll and X3 were both made by Oxy. And I used that app a lot. That was mainly what Glitchable was. It was still Geometry Dash, but I also made, I think, 4 tracks. And I still have them. And they're just very nostalgic to listen to. They're very, very bad, but I don't know. I might think about remixing them sometime. I'm not sure. So that one also was a little bit longer. That was 4 months or something. And then we move on to the official XUX, which is one that I'm pretty sure I stayed on for a year, but it did get a rebranding, so technically not, but I stayed on the same account, thankfully. I learned from my mistake that I should not change, make a new account, because I have way too many emails, and I'm just realized that, what am I doing? I'm just wasting all these accounts. But it's useful to have all these accounts. Some of them, obviously, I forgot because I don't know what the password is, or even the email. But most of them I still have, and then I use all of those because sometimes, when there's things that have free membership or something for 3 months, I just use those emails over and over so I can have longer time, which is pretty smart. You guys should do that. Make a tons of emails, just random emails, and then just use them on free membership things. If you want to be a cheap bitch like me, I'm so cheap. I can't. Till now, I'm using FL Studio free. I've not bothered to buy the new version because I don't know why I didn't get the like producer signature yet pack, because I don't know, maybe I will soon, because the only thing that just is annoying to me is that you can't save. Like when you save, you have to save it as one MP3 file or WAV file. So then when you open it back up on FL Studio, it's just one segment. It's not split into all the sounds that you put in together. So that's very annoying to deal with, but I think I will get it soon. I don't know soon as in a month or a year, but you never know. I don't know. So I went on official XUX, and here I started making more music, and some of them are even on Apple Music and Spotify. Some songs. I used a website called SoundDrop to upload those songs, and they were bad, mostly. Some of them I still kept, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to release them in some of the new albums I'm going to make. But I have every single song, and most of them are bad, but I think I'm going to remix some of them and put them in my song, or use them as instrumentals, which will be pretty nice. I have some plans. So that one was a whole year. Like that one I spent a whole year on, and then exactly after a year, I looked at the anniversary, and then I looked at all the things I did, and then I listened to it all back, and I'm like, yeah, I really do not like this. And then I moved on to here. Hello, I'm VVV Kisushite, Key for short, and this shitpost channel called Shiitake Was Here. And the reason it's called Shiitake Was Here is I talked about the rebranding of official XUX. It got changed to Zoelle, XOELLE. It rebranded into that. So you can count that as a new channel, because like I deleted everything and put back something new. But Zoelle, I guess, is a new one. And then Zoelle, I made more music, and then my email was not Zoelle because it was taken, so I named it Shiitake Zoelle. And then that's the reason I named this channel Shiitake Was Here, because I miss that email. I don't think I can log into that email anymore. So I made Shiitake Was Here. I don't know why shiitake. I don't know why I love mushrooms. Welcome to the mushmouthroom. Haha. You can see. Oh yeah, the reason I named this mushmouthroom is because I'm a mushmouth. A mushmouth is someone who can't speak for shit. That's me. And it's a room, so it's the mushmouthroom. And it's shiitake. Shiitake is a mushrooms. And this mushroom, I'm pretty smart. What can I say? So yeah, I was dealing with XOL, and I was publishing on that. And then I made some things. I don't remember what I made on XOL. I have no idea what I made on XOL, because I know XUX, I know I made songs, and I know I have those songs. But Zoelle, I don't have any songs from Zoelle. No, I do have songs from Zoelle. Okay, never mind. I had a few songs from Zoelle. I made I'm pretty sure I was planning on a 20 track album that I was wanting to make. I think I have, because I have this white folder over here. Let me get that. I have this white folder that has everything I could find, everything I made, all things I wrote, all lyrics I made, anything that I could find. It's really nostalgic to look through this. Every time I get a receipt from buying a vinyl that I really liked, or writing lyrics, every time I finish my lyrics, I put them in this folder, and it's getting really full. I should take a picture of the folder and send it on Twitter or something, but it's crazy how many things there are in here. So one of them, I have a book. It's like a copybook from school, but I ripped out the cover because the cover is yellow and I don't like yellow covers. So I ripped it off and it's just paper book, and then I jot down a lot of lyrics, ideas, songs, and I made a lot of instrumentals. And I still remember a lot of titles. Like there was a song called W, like double, and then U, but it sounds like W. How I don't know what was the point of that song. And then I had another song called Dysfunction, which is on Loathe. That one I made a long time ago, 2018, pretty sure, not 19. So I made a lot of songs there, and I think I have still the songs with me. Because the thing is, during that whole time, I started when I was 10, the channel that I made, all the way until when I was 13 or 14, I don't remember. No, sorry. All the way till now, when I was 15, my birthday, I got this new PC. I used to have an old PC, and it stayed with me for 7 years. I think I got it on my 9th birthday, I'm pretty sure. And I used that a lot. And it's so old. I have so many things on that. And I really want to open it and look back at the things that I had, because I have a lot of things in that folder, in that computer, that I want back, and I want to open and send back to my new PC, because I miss a lot of these things. I really want to take them back, because there's so many instrumentals, so many things I made that are they're just really nostalgic, and I want to use them somehow. And also looking through my Google Drive, looking through the recycle section, the place where all the deleted items are, and looking back at all the things there. Crazy. All the things, like all the previous titles, all the previous things I made, the garbage. It's very fun to look back at. It takes like 2 hours just scrolling, listening, and just remembering everything. Because if you don't know, memory is trash. Memory is really bad. Really bad. Like, it's bad in the side of... I'll give you an example, okay? If you tell me to memorize the number of the parking lot that we parked in the mall, so we can go back to our car when we're done. You tell me what's the number, and then I'll tell you whatever the number is, but I'll forget why I memorized that number. That's the problem. That's the problem with me. I remember things, but I just don't know where to put those to put the information. It's just not, I just don't know where to put it. That thing is the thing that I forget. But the information itself, I think I can memorize pretty okay. It's still not great. Like, it could be much better, but it's I think it's average. But just knowing what to do with the information is the thing that I cannot work with. Terrible. My memory is terrible. So, yeah, I really want to open up my old laptop and see all the things that I had there. That would be really fun to do. So, yeah, I have those. That's XOL. And then I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure my Twitter account is still up for XOL. I'm pretty sure I saw it like 2 months ago and looked through it and see all the dumb shit that I did. And it was very fun to do that. And yeah, now I'm here. And the thing that upsets me is that this was in the course of 5 years, from when I was 10 until now. So let me count how many accounts there were. There was me, Hamza Yusri, the first channel I did, my name, and then there was... I need to look back at the recording to list them. The list will probably be on the screen somewhere. But it's my name, and then I'm pretty sure Cubicle Quake, and then Avoid Dawn, and then 030, Pivnobyte, Glitchable, the official XUX, Zoel, and then here, now, Vivikushite. That is 9 accounts in 5 years. And this account I've been on for 2 years, and both XUX and Zoel I've been on for 1 year. So that's 3 years already. So the other 6 accounts have been in the course of 3 years. I had 2 accounts every year. And every time I'd make something, and then I'd delete it, and then I'd make a new account. So I've been doing this for the course of 5 years, and then, like, what? I'm still getting the same amount of views as I used to, you know? Like, I didn't progress. I did get some experience, though. But not that much, because now I'm doing something completely different than what I used to do. Because all I used to do was Geometry Dash, play that goddamn game every day, record it, and be like, guys, I finished this new level, oh my god, easy demon, 10 stars, bro, like, no way. I just do that over and over, and then I'm like, nah, I don't like this channel, I don't like the icon that I made, I don't like the name, and then I make a new one. So I didn't really progress. I got a little bit of experience, but other than that, nothing really much happened. So yeah, I'm telling myself, if me from, like, the future, if you're watching this, please stay on this account and do not move. Do not move to a new account. Please. I'm begging you. I do not want to move to a new account. It's just going to be a waste if I do that. So hopefully I won't do that. I'm going to check if the camera's still recording my phone, because I'm just always paranoid that the thing is just not recording. I'm talking to myself for no reason. So let me check. We still rolling. That's good. I was so scared when the microphone moved. I was so scared it was gonna fall off the table. Oh my god. And it's been around 40 minutes on the recording right now, but there were some places in the recording where I stopped and didn't say anything, so I'm gonna cut those parts out. So I think we're like 35 minutes or 30. So I'm gonna choose one more topic and then I'll be done. Because I want to talk about the rest of this year and my plans for the rest of this year. I'm going to continue making this because I have fun talking about things, even if it's to myself, technically. But I don't know, I just like making things. I'm happy that I have, like equipment that I can use to make videos, make anything I want, basically. And it's very fun to do that. So, closing notes. I will be making more of these, but next time the topics will be very random, because this is like the first episode I'm talking about things that are, like, in general, things that I like to talk about but don't really have a person to talk to. So these were topics that were, like, you know, major, but pretty sure next episodes will be pretty minor things, pretty minor random things that I'll just want to talk about. So yeah, I will be making more of those. I will be trying to make more. I'm gonna make skits. I'm gonna make some skits, maybe make a series. Gonna start trying to make animations and making them, like, better. Because most of the time I make an animation and then I'm very impatient, so I take, like, only 2 hours in an animation. I'm like, Wow, I spent 2 hours and it's that bad. But like obviously, you know, like what do I expect? I haven't animated a lot, and I expect in 2 hours to make something like a 1 minute video that's really good. Obviously not. I don't even know how to use colors. I'll talk about that later. But probably another episode. So yeah, I'm gonna make more of these. I'm gonna start animating, making skits, maybe actual skits like comedy skits. I think of might start recording Minecraft or maybe streaming. I was thinking about streaming soon because um the internet's better here. My internet used to be so much worse, so it used to be very laggy. But now it's actually pretty good. Like I open OBS on Minecraft and my computer doesn't like explode, so that's really good. Thank goodness. So I might do that. And I have this good idea of a let's play where, well, I never beat Minecraft before. So I had this idea where I would be playing Minecraft hardcore. But every time I die and make a new world, I'm gonna go back to the same seed. So I basically have more knowledge about the seed. And I know where things are, you know? So then it's just helpful every time I die. I have more info about it. So I feel like it's gonna be easier for me because there's no way I can beat the game in hardcore. I never beat the game in general. I never beat the game before. So I have that idea, and I like the idea, and I think I'm gonna start it soon. I don't know when, especially with school starting. It'll be hard organizing times to do those things, but I'll find ways. So I have that, and that all will be on this channel. This channel is just gonna be a bunch of things that I think of and just post on, because as I spoke before, every single time I make an account and I post things, and then it's like very little, and then it just looks like I spent a lot of time on something so small. So I'm gonna keep this as like a archive of things that I make, and it'll just be fun to look at after like 2 years. Look at everything that I made. It'll be very fun. I would love to see myself in the future looking at me right now and thinking what he would say. As for music on beacuse, I'm working on an album that's very short. It's 7 tracks, and it is not going to be rap or hip hop, except one of the tracks, I think. But this album, I'm gonna sing more because I miss singing, and I wanna train my voice to do better things and stop being a mushmouth. So I'm making an album probably March or April. I'm gonna have an album that is going to be 7 tracks long, and then I'm gonna take a big break. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna concentrate on this channel, making whatever comes into my head, just having fun, because a lot of times I put pressure on myself to make more music, and I feel like if I just don't make music, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like I'm not working hard enough. I feel like I'm just useless sitting there just doing nothing. So I need to stop thinking that way. So I'm gonna take a break, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make another album after that one from March and April until like October or November. I'm pretty sure like after that album I'm gonna make another album this year, but it's gonna be somewhere in October. And I also want to make more gaps between albums because I enjoyed making albums last year. Last year I made 4 albums in 1 year, which was a really nice goal I hit. But the albums themselves are like the songs themselves are good, but the it could be much better. Like I listened to the albums before that I made, and I listened to like things that I have unreleased now, and I'm just looking at the difference that I did. Like it's fascinating. It's amazing to look at the difference. Amazing. Like there were just some things that were so basic that I just did not know of, and that I could change easily. And now that I know of it, tracks can be much better, and all around just easier to listen to, better structure, and better songs in general. So I'm really, really proud of myself for that. So yeah, I made 4 albums in 1 year. So like I'd make an album, and then 3 months later I'd come up with another album, and one of those albums were 23 tracks. There was 18, 7, 23 tracks, and 13. So those are a lot of songs. And I feel like I put too much pressure on myself when I was making those. But I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I just put a lot of pressure on myself. So I'm going to space it out. I'm going to make one album then, and then on March, April, and then I'm going to space them out. Maybe every 6 months make an album. So then the next one will be on October. And yeah, they'll go from there. And that's about it. That's about all I want to talk about. Thanks for listening. If you did come until here, thank you a lot for listening till here. I would be very surprised if I find someone listen through this whole thing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the only person just listening through this, because it's fun listening to my thoughts and then trying to comment on it, trying to change how I should view things, because I always want my perspective to be changed. I don't want to be the same all the time. I want to try new things. I want to think about other ways things could work. So yeah, thank you so much if you watched until here. And I will see you in the next episode, I guess. I don't know when the next episode will be, but I will make it. Bye-bye.